So, exponents and roots. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at different roots. So the reason why the root of 64 is equal to 8 is because we want to know what squared is equal to 64. The reason why that is, if there is no root, we really mean the second root on something. So now we need to find what the square root of 121 is, and we know that if we take something squared is equal to 121. So something times itself twice, which gives us 121. That's going to be 11. So my answer for the root of 121 is 11. We're going to keep using the same rules for each one of these roots that we have here. So we have the third root. The third root of 8. So we need something cubed is equal to 8. The numbers that we have to choose from are any number from 1, 2, 3, all the way to 14 we can use. So now let's take a look at this one. Something oh, it's 2. It has to be 2. So 2 cubed gives us 8. For 125, we have 5 cubed, which is equal to 125. So the cubed root of 125 is 5. The 10th root, the root of 10,000. Well, the root of 10,000 is, well, if you think about it, something to the 4 is equal to 10,000. And that something is 10, so the fourth root of 10,000 is 10. When we take a look at the fourth root of 81, we're looking for something to the exponent 4, which gives us 81. And remember, our numbers go from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to about 14. So those are the numbers that we're using. So we just keep using each of these numbers until we get something to the 4 is equal to 81. And that something is, we try 2 to the 4, which is 16, and then we try 4 cubed on our calculator, and that gives us 81. So the answer is 3. For 243, the fifth root of 243, the answer generally is going to be very, very, very small for each one of these. So we're not looking to go too high up that chain of numbers that we have here. So we're looking for some power, some base to some power of 5 is equal to 243. You try 1, 2, and you try 1 and 2, that doesn't work. We try 3, and it will work. For the square, for the sixth root of 64. So we're looking for something to the 6 is equal to 64. Pause. Try to figure that number out. So some number, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something. Start small and go up. It won't take long for you to check. And we get 2. Let's continue. Now, when we take a look at these next ones, we have some specific reasons why certain things either work or don't work. So let's go over them. So when we take the square root of 9, we really mean 2 numbers that multiply to -9. Is that even possible? two numbers. So when we square something, it really means two numbers that give us, oh boy, anything squared gives us something that is positive. Remember that. And that's always. That means this version here, the square root of -9, is no solution. Or you could write D, N, E. One of those two can be used in that. So anytime we have the square root of a negative number, we do not have a solution. Now, let's take a look at this next one. We take the cubed root of something. So this is the cubed root of -8. So we're looking for something cubed equals -8. That something just happens to be -2. So our answer is -2. For -16, its root. Is that even possible? Let's take a look. Is it possible? We have something to the 4. Well, guess what? We have an even power here. So an even power also makes it positive always. Which means that this is an impossible situation. So we're going to write do DNE. It does not exist. So let's take a look at the 5th root of -32. So when we have the 5th root of -32, we want something to the 5 giving us -32. So we could use, try -1. -1 to the 5 doesn't give us -2, just gives us -1. -2, though, does work. So we get -2 as our answer for the 5th root of -32. In summary, here's what you need to realize. When you have a base that is negative, there'll only be a solution to the root if the root, the radical, the root is odd. So we must have the root to be odd. That's only if something is negative. You need to remember that. Now your homework is on the back of this worksheet and it shouldn't take you too long. I expect you to start working on lesson 4 within about 20 minutes. Thanks.